Morning, Tyler.
Morning, John.
Men's League yesterday, May 28th, 2025. We had some highlights. Things are getting better. I got to say, they're getting better. Not where I want them to be, but they're better. Okay. Um,
What a day we had. The beautiful weather.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Can't complain. Even the rough, as bad as it is, wasn't as. I mean, look, I'm telling you right now, Tyler. That rough. There's some shots you just can't do anything. I was talking to Mike McLaughlin, and he was watching the PGA Tour, PGA Championship, and Jordan Spieth was in the rough, and he took a wedge out of the rough there, and some guy in the crowd said, "Smart move," and Jordan looked back at him and said, "It's the only move." Well, I
Yeah.
gotta tell you, he's right. It's the only move. Sometimes all you can do is wedge it out. That's how bad it is out there some days. And it's not all the rough. It's just some spots are very, very, very deep and thick. So we're having fun with it, but it's a challenge. Hey, Tyler, do you know who Zach Redding is?
Well, I know him a little bit. Haven't seen him golf yet, but he plays quite a bit.
Well, Zach shot a net 29 yesterday.
Wow.
Beat all players in all divisions with I think he had 24 points. And that's in the intermediate division, so it's a tough division. And he did very well. He got first place. My playing partner, he's like, I can't get away from this guy. Every week I got to mention his name for something. Okay. He birdies number three. Okay.
Okay. Wow.
Birdie's number three. And I was hoping he was going to win a skin. He didn't. But then he went on to shoot a fine gross 38, took first place in the Masters division. Steve Aerosmith does it again. And Steve has got some secret weapons coming in, I understand. Two of them.
Uh, you're
Two
right.
secret weapons coming in.
He picked up his secret weapon yesterday.
Did he? Well, he's got
It's
two of
already
them.
here.
He's got two of them.
Well, one of them, yeah, that's right. One of them is already here. So he picked it up. I don't know if we want to reveal what that new weapon is, but he is very excited yesterday when
I'm not
I
going to say
told
nothing because he's going to be on my fantasy team, and I don't want people picking him. He's mine right now. This guy, he's going to be the man this year.
him.
Uh, anyway, if he's not, I'll get on his case. Um, he shot 23 points. Hey, Dino Giorgio, 23
Yeah.
points. 23
Okay.
points for the
Really
mid-amateur
nice.
division. The toughest division of all three is the mid-amateur. To win that one is really tough. So
Mhm.
congratulations, Gino. Did work, and he's one of our sponsors. So it's great news. Okay. I started ranting on the A's last week, and they didn't do much better this week, except for one guy who's coming through. The class is coming, the cream is rising to the top, and his name is Elliot Riddell,
Oh, yeah.
former club champion, former men's league champion, shot a 33 yesterday. We're starting to get some scores that are a little bit better. But geez, the rest of the field just not well. That means, I look, okay, you got to put this in context, Tyler. If I shoot a 36, that's a miracle. Those guys shoot a 36, that's meh.
Oh,
So,
hum.
they do that every day.
Yeah.
What is it? Why are we not getting the scores from these guys?
Great question. I don't know if it's just again, every week it seems like it's different course conditions as well, right? Like we've had the cold, we've had the warm, we've had, little slower greens. The greens are starting to speed up. It'd be great to know what the stats are showing. Are people missing fairways? Are they missing the greens? What's happening with their games? Are they relying on just trying to get up and down, or are they just missing putts? So how are your putting stats showing?
Putting stats are, you see, the putting stats are misleading
It
in
can
some
be.
ways
Yeah.
because if you're not on the green, like those guys hit greens, but they may be 40 feet away. right?
Right.
I don't hit greens. So I may be chipping onto the green and I may be 6 feet, 10 feet away after my chip. So it's a two putt, sometimes a one putt, very rarely. Uh, but so my putting stats should be better than theirs because I'm closer to the pin usually because I'm chipping on and they're hitting from way back there. So it's not, although yesterday I think Terry Van Kessel had the low number of putts at 11, which is good.
Wow.
Yeah.
11 putts.
Hey, did
Jeez.
you know we have a putting challenge here?
A putting challenge.
Absolutely. You win $25 if you match the putting challenge. You know what the putting challenge is?
9 putts?
You got it, my friend. Nine or less.
One putt a hole?
Nine or less. It's been done.
Wow.
It's been done. It's been
Who was
done.
the last one to do it?
Hey?
Who's done it?
Oh my God, it was 2 or 3 years ago. I have to look up in the archives, but we have had it done.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the first year I ran it, we had one person do it, and sometimes there was a chip in, and then
Maybe a couple chip-ins, yeah.
yeah, that type of thing. But hey, we've had nine punch outs. We also have a gross birdie challenge and a net birdie challenge. You know what they are?
Well, gross birdie challenge was it would it be 4 birdies? I don't know. What's the
No,
birdie challenge?
it's the first person on the ringer board
Yeah.
to birdie or better on every hole. So you
Oh,
have
like so yeah, a ringer board. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Yep, yep,
birdie
yep,
to every hole, and if you're
yep.
the first one to do it, you got $25.
Nice. Okay.
Usually you have an eagle in there. Of course,
Yeah.
I'm not expecting any eagles. None again yesterday. No eagle.
No Eagles yesterday.
Week 4, no eagles. We should put an over under on this, like over under week 8 before somebody decides to get an eagle. Like,
Oh, I'm surprised. I mean, there's Eagles to be had out there easily.
you got Aiden Coyle, you got Jared Coyle, you got Elliot Riddell, you got Shinette, you got all these hitters that hit the ball 3 miles. Josh, you got like player after player after player on number 5. It's like a par 4 for them.
It is a par 4. Yeah, they're getting on there in 2
Like,
and make a putt, get an eagle.
it's getting discouraging. Anyway, I'm
You know
favoring.
what? You know what else we haven't had yet,
What's
and we
that?
need a few more just in general. No hole-in-ones out there.
Nothing.
I
Nothing.
know.
We have had them on men's league nights, but not. I think we might have had. We had one last year on number 6. Won
Yep,
$500.
we paid it out.
Yeah, Ron's not here. Ron's on back so far. I'm working on him to come back, and Ron Warwick to sponsor that hole, but he hasn't responded yet. So he's in negotiation, I think. But
But even number 8, I mean, number 8 is so you'd think
yeah,
there'd be a ton on 8, but we gotta
yeah.
tell Joel to put that pin a little bit more in the middle of the green or down in the bowl or somewhere.
Well, yeah, that's another thing. I mean, we got a few deuces last night, so that was good.
That's good.
Yeah.
How are
So
the skins?
I'll get to that in a minute. David Gervin leads the Masters division, 82 points. You're looking for a fantasy player. There's one. Rob Moore is taking over the mid amateur. I don't know Rob, but he's done a very good job. He's taken over the mid amateur division.
New member.
Do you know Rob?
New member from Cedar Hill.
Oh, fantastic. Good for Rob. Again, toughest division, Rob. It's going to be tough to hold on to that. There are a lot of players there. Joey Marcotte. He leads in the intermediate division.
Awesome.
So we've got so Joey's hanging on there. Okay, look, I full disclosure on Joey. Joey, I was talking to him yesterday. Joey, I'm looking at you for my fantasy team. You're a good pick for me. And he's come back and he goes, I don't know. I said, well, what's the problem? He says, I'm going to school in September. Oh,
Oh, no.
Anyway, you're going to pick Joey. It's fine. But because it's your best 12 scores that count for the total, he'll get those 12, the best 12 in, but he might miss a few at the end of the year. T. McDonald was the best team. Team McDonald, Team Bruce Beggs were the best teams yesterday.
Good.
But their third players, Bruce Beggs is one, and Colin O'Neill for Team McDonald was the other. Colin beat Bruce by 2 points, so they
Okay.
gets the top team prize. So good for them. Overall, Team Sheridan leads with 160 points. Listen, Tyler, did you know? I think for the first time this year, we had over 200 golfers complete scores last night.
Awesome. That's great to hear. Oh, that's good. Participation is up.
Yeah, 201. We had
Yeah.
220 possible.
Yeah.
We had 201 put scores in. And I might have missed a few because all after this interview, I'll always go, you forgot my score, or I played late and I didn't put my score in, or you missed my score after, or what they do is on the scorecard itself, okay, when you mark your score in, there's a checkbox at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's like signing your card. When you hit that checkbox, you've signed
It's
the card.
done.
No more scores can be entered
Right.
because the
Right.
computer won't recognize them. They'll take what's on there, but they
Yeah.
won't recognize anything else. So what I get is some guys, instead of one person in the group doing all four scores, some guy will put in his score, hit the checkbox. The other three guys don't get recorded.
Right.
That later.
Okay.
I keep telling him, don't do it. But the other side of it is some people don't check the checkbox, so their scores don't get recorded. So I usually go in and find them first before I do the final run because it's just too many emails to try and deal with them all. Over 200. Okay, Tyler, we got to get to something very important. I'm going to share my screen with you. It's the fantasy picks. Now, if you haven't got your fantasy team in, Tyler, you got till next Tuesday.
Okay.
And I send everybody the link. I know I made a mistake on the last part of the alphabet there, but I resent it on May 25th. So you all should have had a fantasy. But if you still don't have a fantasy link, guess what? There's two more ways to get it. One, on the website. Just click. There's a spot that says fantasy golf. There's a big sign. I made it. My fantasy team is. Click on that. It'll take you to the fantasy form. And two, in this email I'm sending all the players, when I send this out, I send an email. There will be a link to the fantasy golf for this week. So you can get it either way. So everybody should have a chance. We have about 60 signed up so far. I want to hit 100 fantasy players this year. I want to hit 100 fantasy. I think we can do another 41. I don't know why we don't have 260 fantasy players, but
It's free.
it's free. It's free money.
Yeah.
Right away. But if you don't want to sign up, that's fine. I got a better chance to win. I want to win one weekly prize this year. Now, this year I invited you and Cam and Fergus and Nolan. They haven't put a team in yet, but I'm hoping to put them. Now, you can't win a prize, but it'll be fun to see who you pick and how you do. Let's see how you did on this week's pick. Hold on a second. Share this one. Okay, so Tyler, your fantasy picks. Ken Watson. Wow. Ken Watson.
Yep.
Whoa. Keith Ritchie. That's usually a good pick. Keith played really well last year. Very, very well. Very well. Oh, Dave Trudell, your Group C pick. Another one that can play well. And the silent assassin himself, Tony Adams.
Yeah.
Tony has his good day. I'll tell you, he's out there kicking. I'll tell you, he can do really well for you. So those are good picks. What do you think?
I think those are great picks. I was looking through the list and I wanted to, I didn't want to just go with the lowest handicap in each group, but I was looking through those and I know these guys, they play. One thing is they play every week. They're always here. They're always playing, participating, and they're all good guys. So I see them being pretty consistent. Sometimes they might get, they'll have their hot weeks, and I'm hoping that those are the weeks that help me out for these picks. But who can't go with Tony Adams? Tony's been around for forever, and he is the silent assassin, and he's so much fun. And then the other three are great as well. So we're gonna see how we do. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. You've got those are good picks. They're very good picks. Very, very shrewd. You know who our best fantasy player has been over the years?
No.
If you want clues on who to pick, the best player we got, Chris Kelly. Talk to Chris. Chris has got the best picks. I don't know how he does it year after year. He's always there. Hey, let's see how Cameron did. Cameron Gall, Elliot Riddell. Hey, you can't go wrong with Elliot. You
Yeah.
really can't go wrong with Elliot. Okay, you know who Elliot is? You know what he reminds me of on the tour? Scotty Scheffler. He's
Oh, yeah.
always there. May not win it, but he's there. He's in the top 10. Not like Rory. Rory is manic, eh? He's in 1 week, he's the best player in the world. The next week, he sucks. So that is not Elliot. Elliot is as steady as a rock. Good pick on that one. Joey Marcotte. Well, I told you the issue with Joey, but he's playing really well right now. He is going to school in September. Not sure how many games he's going to get in. That's why it's important when you're picking your fantasy team, Tyler. Talk to the player. They'll tell you this stuff. I'm going in for surgery. Like last year, I picked Angelo Buffoni. Angelo was doing really well. And I said, Angelo, you're doing really well. He said, yeah, but I'm going to have surgery in August. I'll go, oh, God. I didn't talk to Angelo beforehand. And so I lost 3 weeks. So, that's why it's important to talk to your players. Adam Lee. Adam's steady, good player. And Graham Sinclair. I don't know Graham very well, but he's doing very well. So, yeah, good picks for Cameron. I wonder what he knows that we don't.
What's that?
I wonder what
Yeah.
knows that we don't. He's got
Well,
four
he's
different
sneaky
picks.
that way. A little insider information probably. He knows what's going on. Those are some very good picks as well.
Yeah, excellent picks there. Okay. I'm looking forward to see what happens there. So far we have 56 sign up, and I'd like to see another 44. I haven't put my team in yet, so that's going to happen. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Now, can we talk a little bit about a very important event that's happening this week? We've already talked about it on the CTV update, but I'd like to talk about it here and also or extend that to what's going to be happening in the future. The NGL. Take it away,
And
Tom.
yeah, no, I mean, we're super excited. We're so happy to be having a couple teams represent Carleton in the national finals being played this weekend at the TPC Osprey Valley in Toronto, the site of the Canadian Open this year. We have two teams, two-man teams going. So we have Joey Giamaria with Chris Hilliard, and we have Ryan O'Neill and Ian Arsenal making their ways down to the GTA for this. It's going to be so much fun for them. They're going to be treated so well. They're going to be treated like a PGA Tour player, basically. Like they're going down there, and it's all expense paid. It's going to be such a great experience. So earlier today and yesterday, they came in. We got them some team shirts, some nice Carleton shirts. So they're going to be representing the club really nicely down there. And boy, John, I wish I was trying down there with them. Hopefully, try and make my way down there for the Canadian Open in a couple of weeks to go watch the tour pros play. But it's going to be a great weekend for them.
So whereabouts in Toronto is this course? Is it northeast, southwest? Where is it close?
Yeah, north of Toronto. Yeah, so it's not quite in the GTA, but you can Google it. It's just a little outside the city, which is kind of interesting for a PGA Tour event because when you talk about transportation and hotels and all that for people, it is a little bit outside the city. So logistically, it'll be interesting to see how well they do. But just on a quick note, TPC Osprey Valley has already confirmed that they're going to host the Open there next year as well. So they're going to do back-to-back years.
Wow, that's very rare, and that's very rare.
Mhm.
It must be a nice course. I don't. Have you been on it? Have you?
No, I've been on property. I've never played the course,
Okay.
and yeah, nice facility. But yeah, just a bit of a ways outside of the GTA.
Okay. So that's wonderful news. And Ryan Hilliard, second year he's going. The agenda, I saw the agenda. It's amazing. It's just amazing. All expenses paid. You know how much Ryan paid to go to, well, I shouldn't say that. They had to pay to play in the regional. But to qualify for the regional, you know how much it costs? Nothing. You know why? Because starting next week and for the next 6 rounds, we're going to have the qualifiers. Your best 4 of 6 scores count. Now, it's not the men's league handicap they use. They use the Golf Canada handicap. I do publish what I think is a close approximation. Last year I was so far off because the handicaps didn't line up at all. I was just going crazy. Like I think I got one out of the six. And this year we're going to be able to send three teams to the final, which is good. And we raise money for the First Tee program. Golf Canada doesn't really charge us for this, but they expect a donation to the First Tee program. But I found out that that money for the First Tee stays in Ottawa. So
Mm.
I'm assuming anybody's got a First Tee program, including us, can access it for our juniors. So that's a positive there. Yeah, we're looking forward to that. So to stay tuned, the NGL starts next week. Fantasy golf, I'll be publishing those results next week. And one more thing, and thank you for doing this, taking this match play off my case. Why don't you talk a bit about match play, where they can, what the situation?
Yeah, we're happy to do that, John. And you know what's really great is we have this new software called Smart Golf, and what we're able to do is we have a direct link right off the Carleton website. It's right under the golf heading in the members site, and it shows the entire brackets of every division of match play here at the club: the men's, the women's, the mixed, the senior men. It's all right there for you. You'll see who you're playing. Once the match is completed, just submit your scorecard to the pro shop. We'll update the online brackets. As soon as it's been updated, your next opponent will, you guys will automatically get a notification saying who you're playing next, when the deadline will be. You actually even get reminders 10 days in advance of the deadline. So if you haven't played your match, you will get a reminder saying, hey, you better get that match in pretty soon because the deadline's coming up. But it's all done automated. It's all automated. It's all online. We're gonna still have paper brackets posted down in the locker rooms pretty soon, so you can kind of see, the whole bracket. But hey, it's all online. It's super easy.
Okay, so just for people that if you haven't been able to find the brackets, when I got my email, I got okay. Here are your four players. I didn't see any brackets. I'm looking around for a link. I couldn't find it. I went on the website under club activities. I think one of the menus where all the club activities are. One is called match play. If you
Mhm.
click on that particular link, it takes you to all the match play brackets. Doesn't matter what it is, men's, women, doesn't matter. So you look for the bracket that you're in, whether you're in the mixed two, or you're in the seniors, or you're in singles A, B, C, or D. It doesn't matter. Click on it, and then you'll see the full story. Okay, so that's how you can see it immediately. I'm glad you're going to publish it down there. The only problem with publishing it in paper is that
Mhm.
every time it changes too often. So now you have a dynamic link. Now,
Mhm.
second story, and this is particular true for the men who are used to dealing with me in match play, and I get that. I would always ask them when you finish your match play, let me know who went so I can update the website. You don't do that anymore. You go to the pro shop. They're updating the website. These people were kind enough to relieve me of that burden, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, because it allows me now to do other things I want to do, and it was taking up quite a bit of my time, and I was losing a bit more hair than I already. That's enough. So thank
Well,
you.
leave it to us, John. We're happy to take that over, and yeah, you save your hair, leave the hair loss to us, and that's fine.
Yeah. So let somebody in the pro, let one of the pros know, or I don't know how you what your system is in there. I assume they just put in a scorecard, or they say they tell somebody there, and that message will get back. Or you can
Yeah.
email one of the four pros and say,
Yep.
which is the best way of doing it because now it's on paper. Now you got
Well,
me.
that's right. I mean, and email is fine also. All my pros know how to update the brackets online. It's very straightforward on our end. So just leave the winning scorecard or leave the scorecard the match with one of our pros, and we'll get that updated right away. Takes 2 seconds.
Tyler, it's a good week, a wonderful weather week. I hope we get another one next week. I really enjoyed playing yesterday. I didn't play well. I hit the ball well. I'll tell you, I was smacking it up there in the back nine. Um, but my putting, I'm just having trouble. I'm struggling on the greens. I'm really struggling. If I can get it down in under 3 putts, that's a victory for me right now. So I'm having trouble, but I'm working at it every day. And I just hope we have some good weather next week.
Fingers crossed. I think we
And
will.
we announced yesterday, or we announced on the CTV update, big challenge for you. The black tea challenge. I watch the CTV update. You'll get the full story on that. We're gonna. I'm real excited about that, and I'm hoping we can do this on a Monday where I can film it. That's my free day, and I'd love to film that and get the whole thing, put it on YouTube, and ask Bryson to come down here and challenge. That would be great.
Yeah, I'll give him a call.
Why not? What's it going to hurt to ask? You know. Anyway, Tyler, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. I really
Thanks,
do.
John.
It
That's
makes it.
my pleasure. My pleasure. Thanks so much.
It enriches the update each week. And tell everybody until next week. Play well, everyone.
See you later.